Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the concept of the protocols and the standards. Okay, so let's check out in this session what you will be learning. Okay, so first part you will be learning about the protocols which are being used. Okay, what is protocol and what does it consist of? That you will be learning. Then you have the elements of the protocol. Okay, then you have the standards, nothing but the de facto and de jure. What do you mean by that? That we will be discussing. Then we have the standard organizations and the internet standards. Okay, so let's check what is a protocol. Protocol, it's nothing but it's a set of rules which are said to be governed by the communication. Okay, whichever agency it is there, that it will be governing how you are said to be using the data, how the data is being transferred, who is said to be the user, and what is the timing of the user. Everything it will be checked. Okay, that is said to be a protocol. Okay, mainly a protocol, it will be defining what it is said to be communicated when information is being traversed. Okay, and how it is said to be communicated and when it is said to be communicated. These three aspects it will be there in the protocol. Okay, other than this, it's nothing but when you have a protocol, it is nothing but when I am sending a message and the person who is said to be receiving a message, both will be having some or the other agreement to be made when the information is being transferred. Okay, I send a message, the other person replies with certain aspects only when it is he is said to be accepting that data and he is said to be replying it. That is said to be the agreeing the entities which are being there. Okay, and the protocols also consist of three kinds of elements. One is syntax, semantics, and the timing. So what do you mean by this syntax? Syntax, it is nothing but it is the structure or the format for the whichever data it is there. It will be presented in the format with certain structure which is already designed. So it has to follow that particular structure only when it is said to be sent and received. It cannot change the structure. Okay, for example, when I am said to be sending 8-bit of data, the sender and the receiver both address it will be of 8-bit of data only. It cannot change with the address. So that is said to be a kind of structure. Okay, when it is said to be semantics, it refers to whatever data is being sent. It will be sent in bits. Okay, each bit, what does it mean, what does it consist of, and what does that bit mean, that it will be like cross checked, and what action to be taken on that particular bit, it will be referred. Okay, if the bit is said to be correct, it will be passed. If the bit is said to be not correct, those bits are not said to be passed. Okay, this is the part of semantics, checking of the bits which are being traveled over the network. Okay, then the timings in the protocol, it is nothing but when the information is being sent or received, when the information is being sent, and at what rate the information is being transferred. Okay, it's nothing but when it is being sent and at what rate it gets moved from one end to another end, that it is being checked in the timing part. For example, when it is said to be like sending, it will be 100 mbps, but the receiver can process the data only within that particular limit, only in that particular bits per second only he can access that particular data when it is being transmitted over any of the lines. And when information is being transposed and if the load is more, the message may not be sent. Okay, or it may be lost, that may happen. So it will be seen that the information is being sent in that particular order only, so that the receiver can receive it. Okay, then you will be learning about the standards. Standards is nothing but, okay, whichever company, whatever it designs, whatever it does, but main important thing is that in the standard part you should be like when it is being developed, it will be given one standard. Okay, of this organization or this country, I give a standard of ISI mark. Okay, so that is for all the products which is being manufactured. Okay, whichever individual manufacturer is there, but he will be given that particular standard and he should follow that particular standard. That is said to be your particular meaning of standard. Okay, so for in India you have the ISI mark, so that becomes the standard mark for all the organization, all the companies which will be manufacturing that particular product. So each and everything, when many organizations are there, they will be following that particular standard only when they are said to be using the particular that. Okay, so this is the part of standard. Why it is said to be essential? Your standard is when you are creating and maintaining, you will be following certain rules and regulations. In those rules and regulations only you design your thing, you market your things according to the rules of the country. You are said to be marketing your product. And the product, when it is said to be manufactured, main thing is that one is creating and maintaining is the main aspect, and guaranteeing of the aspect. The government, when it is said to be giving any of the products to maybe the manufacturers, vendors, or any of the agencies, it will be checking out for the guidelines which are being provided by the particular country's guidelines. Okay, in that order only it will be like whatever information is being sent and received. If it is not said to be following the rules and regulations, that it will be not coming under the standards. Okay, so in the main important thing why the standards are being used is they are said to be essential in all aspects, not only one aspect. It will be in multiple aspects your information is being standardized. Okay, one particular, for example, D1 is one of the standard. It may follow certain other standards of other companies also. So it is essential that whenever the information is being transferred, it is received, it is said to be like stored, it will be maintaining the standards of the particular organization only. So it is why it is said to be essential is that whenever we are said to be designing, whenever we are said to be doing a task, when I have the standard, I will be following that particular procedure. When I am left free, like you do it in a different way which is not said to be a rule under which you are said to be doing it. Okay, so that is said to be the part of essential. And the categories of standards, it has two types. One is de jure, another one is de facto. It has two parts. One is proprietary and non-proprietary. That we will be discussing. De jure is nothing but when I am said to be governing with certain things. The government is said to be checking, it will be providing the legislative rules and regulations for the standards also. That is said to be de jure. But de facto is nothing but it is not said to be approved. Sorry. This de jure and de facto, your de facto is nothing but when any of the product is said to be coming into effect, it will be not approved by that particular like government. It is not said to be following that particular standards. Like that only it is said to be generating the product, and it is said to be selling out within the particular area without any permission. It is said to be sent, then it is said to be the de facto. Okay, de facto, remember, de jure it is with permission, and de facto is without permission. You are said to be doing certain tasks. It is not from the government part, it is like illegally you are said to be doing something. That is said to be the de facto. Though product is there, a new product is being designed with his own innovative things, and he is said to be selling out without the permission of the government. That is said to be de facto. In this de facto also it has two types. One is proprietary, another one is non-proprietary. So proprietary, it is nothing but which is a commercial organization. Commercial means in a smaller way. You are said to be generating something, and that particular company only it is said to be dependent on, and it will be working on that particular aspects, whatever it is. For example, when I am said to be doing any of the selling part, when I am said to be doing a business, I am doing personally from home, it is said to be de facto. But when it is said to be like doing through the help of the organization, that is said to be non-proprietary, where it is said to be involved with multiple communities, one company linked to many, that is non-proprietary. But that company, it is said to be producing itself only without any other invention of other companies, then it is said to be your proprietary. Non-proprietary, it will be following many communities, its rules and regulations, its domains, everything. That is said to be your non-proprietary. Okay. So standard organizations which will be using this concept is, it is said to be your standard creation committees, firms and regulatory agencies. Okay. What are the various standard creation committees are? You have the ISO, then you have the ITUT, ANSI, IEEE and EIA. ISO is International Standard Organization. ITU, International Telecommunication Union, like Union Telecommunication Standard Sector is there. ANSI is American National Standard Institute. Then you have Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, and you have the Electronic Industry Association, which are said to be, all these are said to be standard, but they are said to be slow moving. It doesn't work very fast. It will be following the rules and regulations one by one, and it moves very slow. But when you consider the firms are nothing but they are also like a group. That group, it will be doing the transferring of information, testing, evaluating, everything. It will be done in that particular form only, and it is said to be working very faster compared to that of the standard committees which are there. Okay, so forms are nothing but you have the frame relay forms, you have the ATM, asynchronous transmission mode, that it is there. Then you have the internet society. It is said to be moving faster because every time, day by day, changes happen, and it has to be tested very faster. It cannot be slow, and it will be evaluated at each and every moment. So it is said to be internet society, which is said to be a foam part, and the foam. Okay, and the international engineering task force is also a part, which is said to be faster one. Regulatory agencies are nothing but these are the agencies which are said to be forming the rules and regulations for various aspects. For example, you have a radio, you have television, and the cable communication. They run under a government agency, and they are said to be executing everywhere through the help of the government agencies only. So those are said to be your regulatory agencies. FCC is one of the examples. Okay, and internet standards, when the internet is being generated, and when it is said to be transferred, it will be using a concept which is said to be assigned with certain span in which the internet is being provided. For example, only you are said to be using certain internet standards, data limits are there, your lifetime, your whatever time period which is being mentioned. Okay, I give you an internet facility for 6 months, 5 months, 1 month, 2 months, whatever it is. So those, it will be maintaining the standard. So whenever you are said to be taking a data pack, each and every time it will be following certain rules and regulations. In that data pack, this much is being provided. So each and every company, it will be allocated with its own speed limit, its own working process, its own editing part, everything it is said to be present. So all these are said to be like seen, checked. It will be working based on that particular organization which is said to be providing the internet. So internet also, it follows certain standard. Okay, so today in this session you have learned about the concept of protocols and standards, which you should know what and all is said to be present in the protocol and standard. Okay, so with this I'll be ending this session. Okay, thank you.